Welcome to Rapid, Lars.
Thank you.
I see you happy, relaxed. What's your first thought now that you're a Rapid player?
I'm very happy. I look forward to start. Some things have to be done, and I hope to start as soon as possible to train with the players, to be with the coaches, and then after pre-season to play for the fans.
How did you react when you heard that there is an offer from Rapid?
Interested. It's something different than I'm used to. I'm from West Europe, of course. So yeah, I was open for this challenge, and I was interested. And then with the chats with Mauro, the
Sporting director.
exactly, it felt good. And then we had one more chat, and it felt better. And then he explained his ideas about the club, and I think that really suits me, what he wants and what the club wants in the next years. So yeah, that was, in the end, it was all good.
So the project was first of all the first reason that you said that yes.
Yes, and then of course after you start to search a little bit on internet, YouTube, and then I saw this the videos from the fans, and I think this was also like a big part why I said yes to this thing.
Besides that, do you know something other thing about Rapid besides the fans, of course?
Well, actually, yeah, the handball. There's another handball, and it's one of the 3 clubs in Bucharest, and it's big. Bucharest is a big city, and the club is big, and yeah, that's what I know about the club.
Let's start to discover you. So you've played a few good years in Denmark. How it was the football there? How did you change in these years?
I moved to Denmark when I was 18, 6 years ago. It was a step for me to get out of Holland, you know, and to live on my own and it's the first time, and in a new country, new people, new language, and that made me as the man I am today. You learn a lot when you live alone, and I made friends for life. The 6 seasons I played in Denmark, I played 95% of the games. So yeah, it was a good 6 years there, and I look back on that with a very, very nice feeling. But it was time for something new, and yeah, here we are.
It wasn't an easy breakup, but you felt that it's time to move on, to make a step forward, and you feel this like a step forward.
Yeah, also my family was very happy in Denmark as well. But we felt there was something we wanted to try new. So we decided to leave. And we think in Bucharest that this could be an amazing step in our lives to learn new culture, to learn new people, and for me and my career to make the next steps.
Can you compare now? Okay, maybe you just saw some games, but you compare the football from Denmark with Romanian football?
Yeah, in the chats with Mauro and with the club I had, they say I think Denmark is more physical. It's very physical, and I don't know exactly the way of football in Romania yet, but I think it will suit me. I think I'm an all-round player, and I'm easy to adapt in almost every style of play.
I've asked you about the time you played in Denmark.
Yeah.
Your younger years in football started at Ajax.
Yeah, I moved at a very young age. I think I was 10, and I've played there 6-7 years in the youth. Amazing time. You learn a lot there. You grow up very early. You become mature. And then it was also time to leave, and I went to Groningen in the first team. I didn't reach the first team in Ajax, so I left to play senior football in Groningen. And there I played with actually one Romanian guy, Antonio Sefer. He played there as well. And then Denmark. So actually my whole professional career, the most of the time I played in Denmark, but I started in Holland. Yeah.
In Denmark, you've grown up.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, everything. I played, I think, 200 games in 6 years in Denmark. So yeah, I learned a lot there.
How would you describe as a player?
I'm a central defender, strong in the air, very calm with the ball, but hard in the duels. So yeah, I try to read the game, and that's my way of defending, to think one step ahead so I can intercept the balls easily.
Not just a fighter, also a thinker,
Yeah,
forward thinker.
Exactly. I think it's important, and I found out in the last 6 years that suits me, and I'm better if I'm thinking during the game.
How would you describe you as a player, but in the locker room? You're a leader, a vocal, a follower.
I've been a lot of times captains in the last to be the captain in the last years. I was pretty young, maybe to be a captain, but yeah, they say, and maybe it's true, I'm a little bit natural leader. I like to speak with everyone. Normally I'm good with the young guys, with the older ones, with the foreigners. Now I'm a foreigner as well here in the group, so I have to see how that suits in. But no, I think I'm pretty social and open to speak with everyone.
Your years away from home, living in another country, I think helped you to be like that, because you know how it is to be a foreign in a country.
Yeah, and that's also important for if new players come in. I know how it is if you come in a team and they want, or you want for them to treat you well. So if new players come in, I also take a lot of feelings in this to welcome somebody in a good way. And the first day here was good and nice, and I hope they continue with this to put me into the group. And but I'm sure they will do that.
You said about Antonio Sefer that you've been at Groningen in Holland. Also, you've met with your new coach, Constantin Gulke, in Denmark. But he was a rival.
Exactly, we played some heated games against each other. I remember one time was 4-3, last minute 2 goals, and I don't remember him in particularly, like it's 6 years ago. But it's nice when you think back that you played against each other and you can share some moments together, you know, because you will remember it, and it's nice you meet each other here again.
I've started talking with him, also with the assistant coaches that were with him in Denmark.
Yeah, they won that game, so they have some better talks now to me. But I don't care anymore what happened 6 years ago, but it's nice to see them here, and yeah, I'm happy for them. They won that game.
What are your expectations? You know, working with him in Rapid now, you've met your colleagues.
Yeah. Like I said, the first day was good. They welcomed me in a nice way, and they talked to me. They explained some things about the club, about the city, and yeah, now it's looking forward to meet them on the field to play football together.
And time to work.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm waiting for.
Besides work, what do you like to do in your spare time, your hobbies?
When I was younger, I like typical boy thing, maybe a PlayStation. But after I have my son, now 2 years ago, it's just I want to spend every day with him. It's so nice to be with him, to play with him, and to see him grow up. Other than that, I like to be with friends, to have a very good relationship with my brother and 1 or 2 best friends. So I hope they come to visit me here in Bucharest.
I think they'll like Bucharest.
I think so too. Especially my brother, he will like it. Yeah.
For you, it was always about football, or did you try another sports?
No, always football. No. I started very early. I think that my parents told me first I really wanted to play football, you know, when I was 4 years old. But they told me first you need to learn how to swim, to get your swimming lessons, and then. So I tried to practice at a young age the swimming, and then I could finally play. So it's always been football, and it still is.
Your height would be good also for swimming.
yeah. I'm a good swimmer, but I'm a better football player, I think.
It's better.
Yeah.
Of course, it's better. What was your idol when you were young?
Well, still, I think Lionel Messi. I think it's not the same position, and we are totally different players. But I think for me, he's the best in the world, and it's so nice to watch him. And yeah, that makes. If you like football, if you love football, then you like to watch him. So yeah, it's him.
It's the beauty of football.
I think so. Yeah.
But a central defender that you watch to try to not copy, but inspiring you.
Yeah, you had when I was younger. I think you had. Yeah, we had Sergio Ramos. Still play, of course, on the old age. The other, my same country guy, Virgil van Dijk. I think if you look at him defending, it's very nice.
Groningen.
Yeah, also, yeah. So he is. I think for every defender in Holland, he should be an example how to be and how to act as a leader as well. So yeah, one of them. Yeah.
You at least try to close the gap.
I try. He is very high, but he's on a very high level. But now, of course, it's amazing to have him in as a Dutch guy. And like I said, for every Dutch defender, maybe every defender in the world, it's good to look at him, what he does.
Have you played against forwards? I don't know, known forwards, of course.
Oh yeah, of course in Denmark and in Holland. I made my debut in Holland against Feyenoord away, and at that time Robin van Persie he played. He came back to Feyenoord in his old age. So.
And you were at that time
17, and I made my debut there. I think it was for maybe 45,000, and I was 17 against him. 20 minutes, but yeah, it was special and a little bit scary, of course.
It's a moment that you won't forget.
No, that's maybe the moment in my career that you will never forget. Your debut and was in a special stadium against a very special player, so that was nice.
Speaking about never forget moments, have you had a coach that said you something special that reminds you here?
I think what you remember is always, maybe it sounds weird, but the bad things, like when you were younger, a coach, especially when Ajax youth, they're hard, and there was a coach who say some bad things to me one time, and that's something you never forget, but it also makes you stronger. I think that's very important, and to learn from that. And yeah, that's actually, when you ask this, that's the moment where I think about first.
That image.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, of a young.
Not the words, but the image.
Yeah, exactly. Just the kid sitting in the dressing room with a coach who is angry on you.
So you know to use criticism.
Yeah.
For you to step forward to be better next time.
I think in the world we live in football, this happens a lot, and it's part of it, and you have to accept it, and you need to learn how to deal with it, and that's important. Yeah.
Yeah, because nobody have time to wait.
No, in football there's no time. No.
So you know how to deal the pressure, because at Rapid maybe our middle name is Pressure.
Okay, I've heard that. So then we need to make sure we win. Then the pressure will be less. And it's part of it, like I said, and you need to handle it. And yeah, it's good. It's part of it, and it gives you extra motivation.
Thinking also about the past, your happiest moment in football, or one of the most happiest?
My debut, of course, and in Denmark with Aalborg, we reached the cup final 2 years ago, and that day we lost it actually, but 1-0. But that day was just very special, to play a final is amazing, and a lot of people from the city go there, and for your family as well, they come to the stadium there, and it's just so nice to be there and to play for something, and that's also a moment you like never forget in your career, to play the big games.
And the toughest?
I think the relegation I had with Aalborg.
This year.
Yeah, it's a footballer, you don't want it, and there are a lot of reasons for it where you can think afterwards. But also this, you have to use it as a motivation that you never want to experience that again, and you learn from it and you take steps forward.
You have to take the good even
In the bad, I think
situations.
that's very important. Yeah.
So we're in the camp. We will have friendly games, but the championship will start soon. What do you expect?
I expect that we're gonna win games, that we play good football, that it will be tough. I think that's important and good that we realize that. So we are motivated and we have enough energy to bring what we need to have 3 points in the first game.
You know, the fans are disappointed for last year, maybe the year before. What would you tell them to come to support us?
That I and we as a team, as a club, will try to do everything and to work as hard as possible to win games, to enjoy them, to give them happiness when they come to the stadium, when they come with happiness to even away games, with the far trips, and that we give them everything we have and show them the passion and that we play for the club and for them.
In the end, I will teach you something and you will teach us how to say your name correctly.
Okay.
You say?
I start first?
Yeah.
Okay. You spell my name, or you say my name, Lars Kramer.
Okay. Now repeat after me. Hi, Rapid.
Hi, Rapid.
Thank you.
Top,
Lars.
top.